Hey, this is JP with Central Idaho Mountain Weather. It's August 7th, 2026. Looking at the mid-level water vapor map, you can see that yellow line I drew on there is band of dry air that's coming in from the Pacific, and that is just blocking any monsoonal moisture from coming up into our region. Might have a couple of stray thunderstorms get into the southern section of Idaho over the next couple days, but it does not look like it's going to get into the central mountains. This is looking at the heat from those fires. This is the big grass fire, the Tartar fire, the Row complex, and this is a newer start down here in southwest Washington. The Wright Springs fire that started a few days ago. This is going to be influencing the smoke over the next few days as those northwest winds shift to more of a zonal west to east. So that's going to be directly influencing what smoke we're going to get over the next couple of days. So this was the satellite before nightfall fell last night. You can see the big grass fire uh, down here was pumping out a lot of smoke. The Tartar is this one here. That's probably the closest one, bringing smoke down into the central mountains. This is that Wright Spring one pumping out a big plume of smoke yesterday, and just lots of smoke activity in the to the west of us. Looking at how much AQIs we have this morning, you can see Boise's in the orange and yellow. In Ketchum, we are sitting just midway in the yellow, and that's forecasted to go up a little bit based on the trends. You can see all the other tiny little sites around here already in orange. These sensors aren't calibrated each month. These are on personal weather stations, so they're just not as complex, and they don't pick up the smoke as well. So I tend to find that these are always a little higher than the one that is calibrated out of Ketchum. Yeah, like I mentioned, there's a bunch of different fires to the west. The Tartar and the Big Grass Fire being the closest influences of smoke, but there's plenty more out in Oregon also affecting the smoke quality. So this morning, this is over last night. You can see all the dense purple smoke to the west of us. We've been kind of in this bubble here in Blaine County area where we haven't been having a ton of smoke. It's been in the air, you can smell it, you can see it, but it hasn't been as thick as in other areas. This looks like it's going to clear up again this afternoon before coming in with smoke tonight. Looks like it's forecasted to be a little bit heavier than it has been over the last week for Saturday morning, waking up with that smoke, but then winds will help pick up and move the smoke as Saturday progresses through the afternoon. Another big thing to talk about, I'm not going to show you a map of how hot it is, but this is just for Haley. It's going to be 96 today, 95 tomorrow, and then 93 on Sunday. So you can see there's like a slow trend that we're working back down into the 80s for by the end of next week. And that's signaling on the 6 to 10 day outlook. We're going to have close to near normal temperatures, above normal precip for the next month, and cooler temperatures still going to be above normal until maybe the end of August, where we'll get above again. All right, looking at some comparisons here between the Euro model on the left, GFS on the right. This is looking out to next Saturday, so almost a week from now. This is the only change that we're going to have where we might get some moisture slipping into Idaho. So the Euro on the left has this closed low off the Pacific coast and then a high over kind of in the central part. And that is going to, see if I can draw this, circulate monsoonal moisture with the clockwise rotation of that high to the right, and then the counterclockwise rotation of the low to the left. They're going to work together to have monsoonal moisture enter our area. So that we can look forward to. It's not, unfortunately, going to start happening until next Wednesday at the earliest, but it doesn't look like signals. As you can see, the models aren't really in perfect alignment. But looking at the precipitable water, how much we're going to get over the next week, it doesn't start entering Idaho until Friday for the GFS. Kind of switch these on you. And then on the right for the Euro, Saturday. So looking at another week of dry weather, it is going to start getting moisture towards the end of next week, but no rainfall is expected until next weekend. And you could start to see that on the MBM model. This is looking at all the different models in one place. You can start to see some rainfall showing up in our region. It's really light, but it's something happening between looking like Saturday, Sunday into Monday. So that's what we're looking forward to, is some monsoonal moisture working its way up into Idaho. Unfortunately, we're going to have to wait a week until then, but cooler temperatures are on the way after this weekend.